I had no idea that it was going to cause the ruckus that it caused.
Hey everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome to MsMojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 iconic pop culture moments of each year from 2000 to 2009.
Otherwise we'll miss the fireworks.
There won't be any fireworks.
And here we go.
In the dungeon! Turn around in the dungeon!
I know.
Look, you never know what I'm going to do.
Never know what's going to happen out here.
For this list, we are going year by year through the first decade of the 21st century and looking at film, music, fashion, and tech to select one moment from every year that we will never forget. So what were you doing in the 2000s? Do you remember these moments? Be sure to let us know about it in the comments. All right, let's get to it. 2000, Jennifer Lopez's green Versace dress. Every year, red carpet fashion has some standout attire, but there are few that can compare to J.Lo and the green Versace dress she wore to the 2000 Grammy Awards.
Well, Jennifer, this is the first time in 5 or 6 years that I'm sure that nobody is looking at me.
It's interesting to note that the dress had been worn earlier by Ginger Spice to an award show in France, and the designer, Donatella Versace herself, had worn it previously as well. But it didn't make waves until J.Lo rocked it at the Grammys.
I didn't understand what the
swear to you.
deal was.
I swear to you,
There
to
were
me,
two big deals.
And it wasn't just waves. It was more like a tsunami of attention from the moment she arrived. In fact, former Google CEO Eric Schmidt has said that there were so many Google searches for the dress at the time that it led them to create Google Images.
I guess people thought that it was gonna open or something.
Yes.
But never,
Any minute we thought,
never a chance of that.
2001, the release of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone in the US. The Harry Potter phenomenon started back in 1997 with the release of the first book, but it jumped to a whole other level of worldwide fandom with the release of the first film.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what?
In November of 2001, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, or Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone as it was released in the US, came to a theater near you. And it was the blockbuster of the year, initially grossing over $970 million worldwide.
We'll take the lot. Whoa.
If somehow you had avoided book Pottermania for the last 4 years, there was no way you were going to avoid it anymore. In the end, there were 8 films released over 10 years, grossing over $7.5 billion.
They've added the Gemino curse. Everything you touch will multiply.
2002, Kelly Clarkson wins American Idol. Do you remember who won American Idol last season? How about the season before that?
It's gonna be a no for me, dog. Keep it up, though.
Odds are there are plenty of people who cannot, and some that don't even know the show is back on the air. But back in 2002, you would be hard-pressed to find someone who didn't know the name Kelly Clarkson, or even the runner-up Justin Guarini. The show was a true pop culture event, and with few exceptions, the ratings kept going up for every episode, eventually hitting over 22 million viewers for the finale.
I think I saw Simon Cowell, did I not? Clapping and singing along for the second time, actually. I clapped.
The show made stars of the winners, some of the losers, and even the judges. And it would continue to do so until around season 13 when the ratings started to drop off precipitously. 2003, when Madonna kissed Britney Spears and Christina Aguilera at the VMAs. It started off with Britney and Christina doing a Like a Virgin duet dressed in white wedding attire. Then, out came Madonna to sing Hollywood, followed by Missy Elliott joining the ladies on stage for some Work It beats.
Party people, we sure know how to work it. Trap the station, change the channel.
But honestly, we wouldn't be surprised if even people in attendance don't remember any of that. Because just before Missy ran out on stage, Madonna made out with Spears, and then locked her lips with Aguilera's. And that is all anyone was talking about during and after the show.
Been like running on clips over and over and over again in this country, but you are totally oblivious.
Yeah, there must be a lack of news stories or something, right?
Well, more so the Madonna's Spears kiss, since the camera cut to Britney's ex Justin Timberlake right after that, missing most of the Aguilera makeout sesh. 2004, Janet Jackson's wardrobe malfunction. The incident in question took place during the Super Bowl 38 halftime show, when Justin Timberlake tore off a part of Jackson's dress, revealing her breast, with nipple shield, to the world. It might not sound like that big of a deal today, but in 2004, it was a huge deal. Javed Karim, who co-founded YouTube, has even said that the event led to the video sharing site being created. Timberlake called the incident a wardrobe malfunction and emerged pretty much unharmed.
It's an understatement to say that it was sort of unfair if you consider it 50-50. I mean, I probably got 10% of the blame.
Meanwhile, Jackson, who saw herself blacklisted by numerous radio stations, alleged that the malfunction was something JT had thought of beforehand in an effort to upstage what his ex Britney had done at the VMAs.
Like I said, friendship is very important to me, and certain things you just don't do to friends.
2005, Tom Cruise jumping for joy on Oprah's couch. How many times have you literally jumped for joy? How many of those times did you do it multiple times on national television during an interview with Oprah Winfrey?
Ever felt this way before? You're gone. You are gone.
Unless you're Tom Cruise, the answer is probably 0. You'd have thought he had just won the award for Scientologist of the Year, but instead, he had fallen in love with Katie Holmes, and he could not hide his enthusiasm.
I've never seen this. I know. And I thought, you know what? I thought I had you.
Take that, Pacey and Dawson. The outburst became a meme before a meme was really a thing, and was parodied by Family Guy and more.
I'm in love with Katie Holmes! I'm in love with Katie Holmes! I'm not gay! Go see my new movie! I'm in love with Katie Holmes!
2006, Twitter launches. Today, Twitter is a ubiquitous part of our lives. Either you tweet, you read tweets, or you have someone that tells you about tweets they read.
At the 2014 Academy Awards, Ellen DeGeneres' selfie tweet became the most retweeted tweet of all time. Barack Obama set the previous record in 2012.
It, along with Facebook, which launched a couple of years prior, helped introduce the term social media into mainstream vocabulary. Even one of the best late-night bits of this generation involves Twitter, when Jimmy Kimmel has celebrities read mean tweets about themselves.
The older Mark Hamill gets, the more he looks like Yoda. Seriously, seen that guy lately? He's Yoda. Mean burn this is. Thanks a lot.
But in 2006, it launched without an E in the name, and people using 140 characters or less to announce things like what they had for lunch. From those humble beginnings, it would only be a few years until the Twitter revolution, when the network would become a tool for protesters fighting tyranny around the world.
And you just know that there's some angry guy out there trying to be racist, but now he just can't stop dancing to Boy With Love.
2007, iPhone. It began in 2005 as the highly secretive Project Purple 2, and on January 9, 2007, Steve Jobs introduced it to the world as the iPhone.
We're bringing breakthrough software to a mobile device for the first time. It's 5 years ahead of anything on any other phone.
Sure, there were other smartphones at the time, and even other touchscreen devices, but the beauty, the simplicity, and the marketing of the iPhone made this one the one to have.
All your email. Today's newspaper. Endless entertainment.
And a lot of people had it, with the company reaching the sale of its 1 millionth device only 74 days after the iPhone first came out. Time magazine even called the device the invention of the year. Smartphones have changed our lives, and even Apple haters have to admit that no smartphone has been more popular or more influential than the iPhone.
These are not 3 separate devices. This is one device. And we are calling it iPhone.
2008, Heath Ledger's performance in The Dark Knight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are tonight's entertainment.
2008 was a big pop culture year at the movies. It was the year that saw the beginning of the Twilight Saga and saw the first Sex and the City feature film hit the big screen. But 2008 will mostly be remembered, and rightly so, for the sad passing of Heath Ledger and his brilliant performance as the Joker in The Dark Knight. which was released after his death.
And as for the television's so-called plan, Batman has no jurisdiction. He'll find him and make him squeal.
Ledger passed away from an accidental overdose of medications just a few months after rapping, but the performance he put on film is one that will be remembered forever. And it earned him loads of accolades, including a posthumous Best Supporting Actor Oscar.
I don't want to kill you. What would I do without you? Go back to ripping off mob dealers? No. No, you complete me.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. 2009, Michael Jackson's death. He was a child music star. He has the best-selling album ever, he revolutionized the music video, and he moonwalked his way to history. And even with the disturbing sexual misconduct allegations that plagued him for years, the King of Pop was one of the most loved stars of the century.
All he ever had to do was walk on the stage. And once he walks on the stage, then that's it.
His death in June of 2009 shocked the world and easily overshadowed anything else that happened in pop culture that year.
Yo, Taylor, I'm really happy for you. I'm gonna let you finish. But Beyonce had one of the best videos of all time.
Jackson's memorial service was broadcast live and viewed by an estimated 1 billion people around the planet.
They say that they wanted to share this moment in time with people who understood what they were going through. These are fans far and wide, all ages, all races.
Also, in 2011, his personal physician, Conrad Murray, was convicted of involuntary manslaughter for Jackson's death. But he was only in prison for 2 out of the 4 years he was sentenced to. Are there any moments on this list where you're like, I know exactly where I was and what I was doing when that happened? For me, it's the death of Michael Jackson. I was at work at MsMojo, and my dad texted me to tell me that TMZ was reporting that he had passed away, and I did not believe him. But unfortunately, it was true. So let us know in the comments if you have any moments like that, or come tell me on Twitter or Instagram at Rebecca Brayton, or on my YouTube channel. See ya. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.